Alrighty, what is going on, everybody? Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Blitzwinger and I welcome you to Capital Punishment. We've got a stacked night for tonight's pay-per-view and we've got a couple announcements to make right off the bat. So first off, of course you guys made your voice heard about the main event. You will find out in due time what kind of matchup it will be. We will let you know in just a moment's time. The other announcements that we have to make. A, we've got a #1 contendership match for the Intercontinental Championship. The Miz makes his return to the WWE right here on the Blitzwinger channel tonight, and he will go one-on-one with Dolph Ziggler to determine the next #1 contender for the Intercontinental Championship. We've got another very exciting matchup for you that you will find out in due time, but what I wanted to get out of the way is that there will be something substantially cool about this particular pay-per-view, because you guys voted to see. You guys said that you want to really see, maybe once in a while, me not play as anyone in the match and just commentate. So that is what we're going to attempt to do with some of the matches here tonight. Some of the matches we're going to really try to do just commentary, and we'll see how it goes. If you guys enjoy that format, maybe that's the format that I will go with continuing forwards. But for now, let's get into our opening contest of the night, which will see the tag team championships being put on the line by the team of Primo and Epico against the team of the brothers Jimmy and Jey Uso. Primo and Epico have been substantially impressive over the last few weeks here on WWE 13 Universe mode on the Blitzwinger channel. Yay, cheap plugs. But they've been really impressive team. They have been tremendously impressive, but at the same time, they have suffered a defeat and a loss to the brothers in the team of Jimmy and Jey Uso. We saw them lose before to Primo and Epico. Oh wow, look at that. Sorry, Jimmy and Jey Uso, I should have said, have defeated Primo and Epico, which was really substantial. Oh my god, can he get him here? Can he get him? Oh god, nice kick out there. Nice kick out. But look at this now. Primo with the big right hands. Oh god, look at this damage here. Primo doing a great job of keeping momentum going. Uh-oh. What's going on here now? Looks like he's being sent to the outside. No, he's not. Samoan drop. My goodness. The Usos are very impressive. And considering that they have got a win over the champions, that is something that is just psychologically going to affect you throughout the match. Primo and Epico have to know that they have lost to these guys. They know that they could lose again. And therefore, that must be bothering at them. That must be kind of eating at them, knowing that at any moment, the team of Jimmy and Jey Uso can win again. My God, look at that, though. Primo, again, showcasing why these two have been so impressive and why these two still carry those belts around their waist. But look at this quick tag. And of course, this is what it's all about, ladies and gentlemen. Tag Team Wrestling 101. It is all about, guess what? Tag Team Wrestling. When you have two guys that are two great singles competitors, when you throw them together, you do not necessarily get a great tag team. The reason for that is because it takes chemistry. It takes real dedication to be a team. It takes a ton of time and a ton of work to work really well together. And both of the teams that we are seeing here tonight compete are perfect examples of what tag team wrestling is all about. Look at that reversal there. Okay, and look at this now. Epico. Oh god, nice backbreaker. Here we go. Oh, nice chop. And a big left hand and a right hand. Oh, nicely done there. My goodness. Alrighty. Uh-oh. Nice little reversal there. Now will Jey go for the tag? Oh god. He just slams his head right into the canvas. Uh-oh. Epico trying to fight out of this. God, he gets his knee broken. Uh-oh, wow, my goodness, what a DDT. My goodness. And now he tags in Jey. Here comes Jey. Oh God, but Jey eats a big neck breaker from Epico. My goodness. Epico now sending Jey Uso to the outside. Oh, he's unsuccessful, but a big right hand followed by a left does work for him. What's he going for? No, my God! What a drop kick! Jey's head just bounces off the announce table right here in front of us. My goodness, Capital Punishment is off to a very hot start. Ladies and gentlemen, by the way, I must correct myself and I must apologize to the Uso brothers that I am pretty sure that this is Jey Uso, but I don't know why. In the game, sometimes I confuse the two of them. I'm really sorry about that, and I apologize ahead in advance. So if I mess up the names, I'm really sorry about that. Uh-oh, nice. Oh, look at that. Just when I thought that the Usos had some momentum there, Epico, look at these. Look at that combination of kicks to the gut and then a big drop kick. Follows that up nicely. The tag team champions are in great control here early on in the matchup. A big right hand, sorry. Uh-oh. But now Epico gets taken down and he takes out his tag team partner Primo with him. And now look at this. My goodness. What a suplex right into the ring. And now the Usos have regained control. Uh-oh. What's he going for here? What is this? Big suplex. And that is that showcase of strength. And now the tag team champions are back in trouble. My goodness. Jimmy's beginning to roll here. Jimmy with a big leg drop onto the knee. That knee that was hit by the knee breaker previously earlier on in the match. My goodness. Epico must be starting to pain walking on that knee. Uh-oh, what is he going for? What the heck is he going for? My goodness, will it be that giant splash? God, Epico getting all the air taken out of him. But now he counters. No, he doesn't. He gets back body dropped into next week. God, Jimmy with a nice little bulldog type maneuver there. Almost a jawbreaker-like maneuver. And now, speaking of breaking things, he's going back to that leg. Back to that leg he goes. He knows that that is something that will slow down Primo and Epico. Primo and Epico, as impressive as they have been stopped before, they have lost before, which is what has made them such an impressive tag team to watch, is that even though they've lost before, somehow, during the night of the match, they are able to overcome all stops. My goodness, look at this. And now Epico misses that big elbow drop on Jimmy. And now Jimmy eats a big right hand and a left. A nice little combination of kicks and punches there from Epico. Epico now rushing to his tag team partner. Can he get Primo in? In comes Primo. And now Primo trying to catch up. Oh, look at this. Primo with a nice Hurricanrana. My goodness. And now Primo with the lefts and rights, sending Jimmy into the corner. What's he going for now? Oh, what is this? I don't think we've ever seen Primo go for this. My God, what a nice arm drag there. And Primo playing off the audience. The audience is giving energy to the team of Primo and Epico. In this case, Primo primarily. Again, the big rights and lefts send Jimmy to the outside. Primo is telling him to get the hell up. He's screaming at him. There he goes. God, he misses. He misses his dive, and that is why we call these moves high risk, ladies and gentlemen. That is not just a fancy term. The reason for that is because they are high risk moves. If you hit them, that's a high reward. But if you miss, as you can see, I mean, it could practically cost you the match. Primo, luckily for him, doesn't seem to be injured too seriously. But that being said, he put himself in a ton of danger, almost unnecessary danger there. Oh God, look at this now. God, what a nice Hurricanrana into the ring. And now Primo. Look at this, Primo celebrating here. But Jimmy, able to use that time while Primo is celebrating to take advantage and tag in his brother Jey, who now regains momentum for his team with a big back body drop to Primo. And look at that back of Primo's. Look at that red, just pain marks on the back. Uh-oh, look at this. Quick tags here. God, what a move. What a move from the Uso brothers. What a great combination into the Samoan drop. Very impressed here by the Uso brothers. They are definitely giving Primo and Epico a run for their money. And we are seeing those welts on the back of Primo. Oh God, what a suplex. So impressive, so powerful, these two. Just incredibly powerful two individuals. These guys are just absolutely astonishingly strong. And look at this now. Primo, haha, able to trick the team there. And look at this now. He's celebrating. He's trying to show off. But in comes Jey. And Jey's not going to have any of it. Primo again, though, sliding to the outside. And he's trying to get away. But this time, Jimmy's getting a hold of him. And now he's able to trick. Look at that. A little bit of a mistake there by the Uso brothers. The Usos make a big mistake. And this might just cost the match. Backbreaker. The backbreaker. My goodness. And look at this now. Look at this. Primo going for the cover. Can he get it? One. Oh God. The referee. He doesn't want to count. That could have been it right there for Primo and Epico. They could have had the victory right there. But the referee, realizing that Epico is in the ring, he did not decide to count. Very good job here by the referee, keeping the match clear, even, and fair. But that being said, a big mistake by the Uso brothers there, where they could have very well lost the match up there. One. Oh, just gets a one out of Jey. And now the big lefts and rights by Primo, who now sends him into the corner, into his own corner. Nice. Look at that move. I am so impressed by Primo and Epico here tonight, but at the same time, these two, some people are not going to enjoy some of their tactics, such as, you know, some people are going to call Primo a coward for running away and such. But to me, that is strategy. That is what you have to do to win. if you're facing a bigger man, that's what you got to do. You got to take whatever advantages you can to win the match. And that's exactly what Primo is doing. And look at this, quick tag to Epico now. And here we go. Here's some more of that great tag team wrestling that we have gotten used to seeing from these two teams. God, in this case, it's been much better showcased by the team of Primo and Epico, the champions, of course. And a quick cover, but a rope break. Great awareness of the ring there. Great ring presence. Uh-oh. But look at this counter now. Now Jey with a counter. And Jey looks like he's hurting. It looks like all those attacks got to him. And look at this now. What are they going for? Again? Is it that again? Again, that Samoan drop maneuver. I mean, look at that. The way that he is able to elevate Epico. I mean, the guy was nearly like a few feet in the air. It's ridiculous how powerful these two are. And look at that. Epico using that same strategy that his tag team partner used, Primo, by tricking Jimmy to think that he's trying to run away. Oh God, my goodness. Did you see the way Jimmy's neck just bounced off the ropes and a big leg drop? And look at this. Look at this. Epico is telling Jimmy to get up, but Jimmy might be knocked out after the way that his neck just slingshotted off of those ropes. My goodness, that was absolutely astonishing to see. Look at that. Bam! He gets the Samoan drop out of nowhere. My goodness. Can Epico kick out? My goodness. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. We've got new tag team champions. The Usos win by pinfall. And the Usos defeat the current tag team champions in order to become now the tag team champions. What an impressive victory by the Usos. My goodness, what a great back and forth contest, and what a way to get this match and this night started. Ladies and gentlemen, an absolutely spectacular tag team contest, and I cannot wait for this tag team division to keep growing and improving. This has been a spectacular beginning to the night, but we've got lots more coming up next. Alrighty, that was a pretty gosh darn awesome match. But now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to find out who will be the next #1 contender for the Intercontinental Championship, as The Miz makes his return to the WWE 13 Universe mode right here on the Blitzwinger channel. And he will take on the one and only, the show-off himself, Dolph Ziggler. Dolph Ziggler has wanted to become a contender. My goodness, what a German suplex by Dolph Ziggler there. And now Dolph sending The Miz into the corner. And look at this now, Dolph Ziggler with a big splash. My goodness, what a great move there by Ziggler. Ziggler has been doing a great job to position himself as a contender. Some people disagree with his tactics, but that being said, God, look at that drop toe hold by Ziggler. Some people disagree with his tactics, but that being said, everyone has to respect just how much of a great performer Dolph Ziggler is in that ring. In between those ropes, there ain't many men who are better than Dolph Ziggler, that's for sure. The man can wrestle, that's for sure, without any questions about it. But right here tonight, we see the return of The Miz. Some people are saying that he is returning a little bit too early. The Miz should have taken a little more time off after that hellacious match that he had with Ryback a couple weeks back on Monday Night Raw. What a main event it was, ladies and gentlemen. An absolutely spectacular contest. Wow, look at that power slam from Dolph Ziggler. And it was a spectacular match. But that being said, The Miz suffered serious injuries during that match. And a lot of people feel that The Miz is making a big mistake here tonight by returning so early. A lot of people feel that he needs to recuperate. But Dolph Ziggler said he doesn't care. As long as he's got an opportunity, he doesn't care. And he's going to go out there and do what he does best. And that is steal the show and show off. Oh God, what a reversal by Dolph Ziggler. And I mean, Dolph Ziggler, what a role he has been on. He had a hellacious match with Jack Swagger in our last pay-per-view, if you remember. It was absolutely spectacular back and forth match. A great contest, a great I Quit match where he was able to overcome his former tag team partner, Jack Swagger. And then, of course, he went on the subsequent Monday Night Raws to defeat John Cena. And I believe he defeated, was it Ryback in the same night? I mean, it was an absolutely spectacular showing by Dolph Ziggler. Dolph Ziggler said that he wants to contend for the WWE Championship, but as you can see, of course, that situation is completely occupied, which is why he said that I'm going to take the second best thing that is possible, and that is prove that I can be the gosh darn best Intercontinental Champion alive. Oh, look at that! God! Dolph's head just bouncing off the floor on the outside here, and look at these two now locking up. And Dolph still seems to be in a woozy. I'm not surprised he lost that test of strength there to The Miz, who now delivers another elbow to the back of the neck. I think The Miz realizes that Dolph might be in a ton of trouble here, and The Miz needs to capitalize. He takes a little too much time there, and Dolph right away able to capitalize quickly with a couple of kicks, punches, and a big dropkick to finish off that combination. Uh-oh. But speaking of being injured and not being 100%, if you want to talk about one man who certainly is, it is The Miz, my goodness. But he just proved me wrong by hitting that big back body drop on Dolph Ziggler. Miz very impressive early on here. Miz gained a lot of momentum with a lot of fans over the last few weeks after that hellacious match. A lot of people started to respect The Miz. A very interesting turn of events, a very interesting approach now that he has got. I was very impressed by how all that went. My God, look at that. Dolph Ziggler delivering a high-impact signature maneuver right there. God, that famouser, made famously by Billy Gunn, of course. Uh-oh. God, look at that clothesline, though. The Miz showing that he is still in this. You cannot count him out. No matter how comfortable Ziggler is in there, and no matter how hurt The Miz might be, The Miz wants another shot at Ryback. He said that if he can get another shot, he will overfeed Ryback. That is the words of The Miz. I know it's a cheesy pun, but that's what The Miz said. All hate comments go to the Twitter at The Miz. Or The Real Miz. Or whatever the heck his real Twitter handle is. Uh-oh, look at that. And now The Miz going back to those older tactics that we have seen him use so often. Uh-oh. What's that? The Miz now. What's he going for? Oh, I thought he was going to go for that figure four lock that he used a couple weeks back. But now look at that. The Miz has got Ziggler in the Boston Crab, but Ziggler showing that flexibility, showing that athletical ability that he has got that is second to none on the roster right here. And look at this now. Ziggler trying to gain control. God, look at that super kick. This has got to be it. He just took Miz's head off with that one. My goodness, Miz somehow able to get the heck up. I don't even know how is The Miz fighting this. Seriously, I am very impressed here by The Miz. But look at this. Nice takeover there by Ziggler. Of course, Ziggler very successful in collegiate wrestling as well. And now The Miz with a big rights lefts and a kick right to the sternum there. Look at this. Oh, God, again, that power slam. What an effective move that has been for Ziggler here tonight. He has gone to that move multiple times here tonight simply because it's been working. And, I mean, if it's working for you, why not go for it? Look at this now. Speaking of working for you, Miz with a big reversal. And now Miz, it's another famouser. My goodness. And look at Ziggler. Uh-oh. Ziggler is showing off. Look at that. Miz trying to go to the outside of the ring, but Ziggler instead wasting that time to show off. I think Ziggler, again, this might cost him the match, just making that silly error there. Oh, God, look at that, though. I think Miz is bleeding. I'm correct. I didn't even notice that, ladies and gentlemen. Miz is busted wide open. And look at this now. I'm not sure why the referee did not start the count yet. Oh, God, look at that big clothesline from Ziggler. And now Ziggler, he says it's over. He says it's over. He's going for that sleeper hold. That is that move that took out Jack Swagger. Do you remember a couple weeks back? I mean, at Capital Punishment last month on the pay-per-view, we saw Dolph Ziggler use this exact maneuver to take out. But look at that, The Miz somehow he started to bite. He started to bite the hands of Ziggler. I mean, that is incredible. I'm surprised the referee did not see that. Ziggler complaining to the ref. He can't believe that the referee did not do a thing about it. But The Miz, I'm telling you, the man is just not ready to compete. He's not well. I don't know why he made this silly decision to compete here tonight. But look at this now. Ziggler tells him to get the hell up. Oh, there's that zigzag. There is that zigzag. 1, 2, 3. My goodness. Dolph Ziggler, very impressive again. He just continues his role towards becoming an upper echelon talent on this roster. And tonight he scores himself a victory, although against not a 100% Miz. Still, nonetheless, Miz, a former WWE champion, and scoring a victory against a former WWE champion is great anytime. So Dolph Ziggler continuing his streak and now also cementing himself as the #1 contender for Ryback's Intercontinental Championship. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm getting an update right now from Blitzwinger in the back. The general manager, Blitzwinger, just informed me that this Intercontinental Championship match between Ziggler and Ryback will take place 2 weeks from today on Monday Night Raw. And there is Ziggler. Of course, you might not like how he does it, but he gets it done. Alrighty, and speaking of the Intercontinental Championship and Ryback, it is time for Ryback to go one-on-one with a very interesting challenge, of course, in Rikishi. Rikishi making his way from Smackdown to challenge Ryback. Of course, a lot of controversy surrounding Ryback right now, a lot of weird speculation going on backstage in terms of Ryback's involvement with Brodus Clay. Are they just friends? My goodness, look at that show of strength from Ryback. My goodness. And what is Brodus Clay and Ryback's relationship in terms of why did Brodus Clay make an appearance during Ryback's match with The Miz in that ladder match? We still don't know what was that all about. We're still trying to figure out what is happening. My goodness, look at that strength from Ryback. I am so impressed by this man. No matter what he has been doing, he has been showcasing an absolutely inhuman strength against many of his opponents. And look at this now. Bam! Look at that. There's a perfect example of what I'm saying. I mean, just an absolute monstrous man. I think Rikishi might have just broke Ryback's neck. Did you see the way he just threw him on his neck? That was an absolutely spectacular suplex. But look at that knee breaker from Rikishi now. And Rikishi, of course, had a very highly competitive match with Ryback a couple weeks past, until again, the involvement of Brodus Clay. God, look at that. Rikishi almost showing Ryback that I can do the exact same thing that you can. And, of course, we're still not understanding what exactly is this whole relationship that the two have. Are they allies? What is going on? It sure seems like it. But right now, Blitzwinger, the general manager, is going through a very serious internal investigation to figure out what is going on between these two and make sure that Brodus Clay does not ever get involved in any other of Ryback's title defenses, and that will be definitely a difficult task, but at the same time, I think he can handle that. God, what a reversal by Rikishi. A very impressive DDT right there by the Big Samoan. And now look at this. Rikishi, of course, saw his sons win the tag team titles earlier on tonight. He's got probably a ton of inspiration now to go ahead and win that Intercontinental Championship. Oh God, look at that. Ryback misses the big clothesline on Rikishi, but follows it up with a couple of big right hands. And to the outside they go again, right in front of us right here. My goodness, Ryback, very, very powerful man, but so is Rikishi. That is why I am so intrigued by this matchup. I find this matchup to be probably the most serious challenge that Ryback has faced so far in his WWE career, simply because he doesn't have the idea of having a strength advantage. Oh my God, ladies and gentlemen, how the heck is Rikishi still standing? I do not understand. Did you see that powerbomb? Ryback literally just powerbombed Rikishi's head and upper torso onto those steel steps. I mean, that was ridiculous. I don't think I've ever seen a man be able to A, powerbomb Rikishi in that way, and B, getting powerbombed onto the steel steps. I mean, that is absolutely astonishingly brutal. But still, look at the Samoan spirit that Rikishi has, just fighting back. He doesn't care. He just gonna keep fighting. It doesn't matter what Ryback is going to do to him, because to Rikishi, he's walking out here tonight as Intercontinental Champion. I think Ryback disagrees greatly, and I think Ryback is setting up something big here. There it is, that mean hook clothesline. And Rikishi, as much heart as he has shown, he might be in just a little bit too much over his head here tonight against Ryback. And Ryback has got him up. If he can hit the shell shock, I believe this will be all it. My God, look at this now. Ryback going for the cover, and this has got to be it. One. God, Rikishi kicks out. I can't believe it. Rikishi kicks out of the shell shock. I believe that that is a force, ladies and gentlemen, and that shows you how much heart is how important heart, is in competition. I mean, just an absolutely incredible showcase of heart and determination. But now look at this. It's almost like a new beast has been unleashed within Ryback. Oh, look at this. Look at this again. That power bomb. My goodness. Ryback almost unleashing another side of him. Look at this. He is just going to destroy Rikishi here now. He cannot believe that Rikishi kicked out of that. Look at that spine buster. It looked like he needed to really use all his strength there to get that one, but still able to lift Rikishi. Just furiously powerful this man is. And now look at this. Big right hand. Just when Rikishi thinks he can get some momentum back, Ryback says no, and he just follows it up with a big boot. But now look at this. Nice reversal by Rikishi. Maybe Rikishi can get some momentum going here. Look at that. Looks like he took all the air out of Ryback. Of course, you got to remember that move early on in the match that Rikishi nailed on Ryback. God, forget about it. That neck breaker, sorry, that back suplex that really had a lot of impact on Ryback's neck and back. But it doesn't seem like it anymore, ladies and gentlemen. Gets another one out of Rikishi here, and Rikishi, as you can see, holding on to his stomach. He might be suffering from internal bleeding or something even more serious than that. I mean, I'm sure his organs are getting scrambled by all these different power bombs and highly explosive maneuvers. Ladies and gentlemen, yes, these moves require a lot of strength and a lot of power, but the reason for that is because they cause a ton of damage, and that is exactly what... Wow, look at that. Look at that. Rikishi just spectacular, but there is another meat hook clothesline by Ryback, and Ryback, wow, I thought he was going to go for the shell shock, but that ain't happening. It doesn't look like it, at least. God. But what I was saying again, I mean, these moves, they scramble your insides, and that could scramble your head for sure. Ryback, how the hell is this man still alive? He just had a 250-pounder DDT him into the mat, and Ryback able to slide out of the ring real quick. I mean, no matter what happened that night, what was that? That was a good glitch. No matter what happened that night when he and Miz went to war and Brodus Clay got involved, Ryback, without a doubt, is a very, very seriously dangerous man. He is an absolute monster. I mean, look at that. Who have you seen do that to Rikishi? The last man that I think I've ever seen do that to Rikishi may be Brock Lesnar. And even then, I mean, Ryback just decimating Rikishi here. Look at these. Look at this incredibly ferocious and incredibly varied form of attack. I mean, just assaulting all the body parts of Rikishi here. I mean, just an absolute astounding attack. And look at this now. He's got Rikishi for another shell shock. And Rikishi's already knocked out. I mean, look at that. He can barely move. And now look at this. Ryback picking up again. No, come on. Come on, someone has to put a stop to this. Someone has to put a stop to this. Come on. Come on. Oh, and I'm hearing in the back that the security is holding back Jimmy and Jey Uso, who are trying to run to the ring here to the aid of their father. But Ryback successful in retaining his title. But was that really necessary? Was it? I believe not. Ryback taking extreme measures to make sure that he is victorious. But that being said, he got the job done. I can't argue with that. An impressive performance. Another W in the win column for, of course, the one and only Feed Me More, Ryback. My goodness. The Ryback rolls on. Alright, guys, I'm going to have a quick sip of water. That's what I do between the matches. That's why it's quiet. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for some Divas action as Alicia Fox is going to go ahead and put her Women's Championship against the one and only Nikki Bella. Nikki Bella making a strong case, for herself to compete here tonight. Of course, her sister, Brie Bella, has been banned from ringside simply because of the fact that the general manager wanted to see a competitive, fair match. And there goes Alicia with a big right hand. And now a big shoulder tackle delivered as well. Very impressive Alicia here early on. Of course, Alicia Fox has been the women's champion since WrestleMania. Very impressive and a very, very dangerous opponent for sure. For anybody, I've been really impressed by the way that she has grown as an athlete and as a performer. She's really gotten way better in the ring. And look at that. I mean, she's gotten brutal as well. But she is quite possibly one of the most impressive... Not quite possible. She for sure is one of the most impressive in-ring talents that we have seen in a long, long time from the Divas division. And now look at this nice reversal there by Alicia, who now delivers a big elbow. I mean, look at that. You don't see that often from the Divas. And Alicia, just an incredibly diversified form of attack. I really don't know if there's anyone who could put a stop to her right now. Of course, to this date, her most competitive matchup came from Beth Phoenix, who I believe is probably, it's almost a case with these two of 1A and 1B, where both of them are quite possibly the best divas in the world, but Alicia on that night was simply better. Uh-oh, look at that reversal though. Nikki trying to fight out of it, but look at that. I mean, Alicia, just so impressive. She's just got such a great ring presence to herself now. She really understands how to work a match really well. And look at that, though. Nice little reversal by Nikki Bella, who's no slouch herself. Nikki misses that big right hand and now follows it up with a successful one right after that. And look at that. Nice bulldog. Very impressed there by Nikki. Nikki wearing a very colorful attire here tonight, something we haven't seen her wear before, I believe. But look at this now. Oh, nice right hand there by Alicia, who now follows it up with a big thigh press that has been successful for her before. That referee needs to move his butt from that camera, because that's not something we want to look at. Uh-oh, look at this now. Alicia has the back of Nikki. Nikki reverses, and now Nikki's got Alicia in a lot of trouble, and Alicia eats another bulldog. Her face dropped right into the canvas. Not something that probably she favors heavily. God. Look at that big body drop now. And Alicia to the top rope with an elbow. And it does not pay off. High risk, low reward. Look at that. Oh, God. Wow. Very impressive there. Nikki nearly kicking out the teeth of the champion. Nikki very well doing really, really well here. Able to hold her own. And I'm genuinely surprised by how well she's been able to fare against Alicia here. It was almost a situation of where a lot of people, including myself, felt that she was getting fed to the wolves in Alicia Fox. Fox needed a match here tonight, of course, and Nikki Bella was the one that was ranked as number one. Sorry, as the number one contender, and therefore was able to get that spot. But that being said, as you can see, now we know why. I mean, she's offering up quite a fight against the champion, and look at her. Look at her. Where's she going? She looks to be right outside here, but now she slides back in. I think she realized that she doesn't have a lot of time to work on the outside. Maybe she was hoping to go for something out here, but Alicia recovered a little quicker than she had hoped for. And there is that big neck breaker that we have gotten used to see from Alicia Fox. And now Alicia with a couple of big right hands and a big kick. A big roundhouse kick. And now she tosses her prey back into the ring. Big, oh God, nice boot to the side of the head. Very impressive, Alicia here. And a quick cover for her, the champion. Can she retain? Not quite yet. Look at this now. Big kick to the sternum. Nikki reverses. And a nice drop kick for Nikki. If Nikki can keep up this momentum, that's the only complaint I have, is that Nikki seems to have just a lack of experience in that ring. Simply does not understand that she needs to capitalize on this damage instead of trying whatever it is that she has planned. I don't know what the heck? Nikki Bella is pulling off the monitors in front of us. My goodness. You don't see that very often. God, look at that big shoulder block from Alicia. My goodness, I don't know what that was all about, but Nikki seemed to have wanted to set up that table. My goodness, look at that. Nikki Bella with a big belly-to-belly suplex, and Nikki's starting to roll. And I'm becoming a believer, ladies and gentlemen. I'm becoming a believer. I think Nikki might win this. I'm really starting to feel like I should put my money on Nikki. God, look at that. Nice chop right to the chest of Alicia Fox. The champion is in trouble, ladies and gentlemen. The champion is in a woozy, as we say. But look at that. Just as I say that, she's able to just completely destroy Nikki with that big shoulder tackle. That sign needs to get out of the way. Oh God. Oh my goodness. Did you see the way that Nikki's head just bounced off that ring post? My goodness. Very impressive here, Alicia Fox. What's she going for? Oh, she gets reversed again into another belly-to-belly suplex. Nikki starting to offer up a challenge, and there's that big body cross. If Nikki can get some momentum going, a big right hand as well. Alicia trying to fight out of it. She's trying to come up with some type of offense, and there we go. She's able to regain some dominant position, but Nikki again back on it. Nikki, oh God, nice crossbody from Nikki Bella. And now nice reversal from Alicia. My goodness, what a great female contest we have got here tonight. Not to be biased, but usually the females, as you know, were not highly competitive, but here on WWE 13 Universe Mode, the women perform just as well as everyone else. My goodness. And they get just as much time. Look at this now. Nikki gets sent into the turnbuckle. She's in the corner here. And what's Alicia going for? What's Alicia Fox going for? Oh God, what a big right hand. No, don't do this. No, don't do this. God. My goodness, did you see the spine of Nikki Bella bending and twisting in inhuman ways? And look at this now. Alicia Fox says that this is it. She says it's Foxy time. My goodness. There's that scissors kick from Alicia Fox. And 1, 2, and 3. and the championship remains around the waist of Alicia Fox. But my God, what a fight Nikki Bella offered up here tonight. I mean, absolutely impressed by Nikki Bella, and I would love to see a rematch of this one. If you would too, let us know in the comment section below. What a match. You can see some of the highlights there. Alicia scoring the pin real quick, and there she is now celebrating with her women's title. Alicia, of course, absolutely delighted to be such a successful champion, and she keeps her dominance rolling. My goodness, very impressive. Ladies and gentlemen, up next is a very, very serious match. A match that has been brewing and coming together over the past few weeks on Smackdown. And that is, of course, the World Heavyweight Championship match between Kurt Angle and Mark Henry. God, why does it not say World Heavyweight Championship over the top? Oh God, they didn't mess up the settings. Did it make it a non-title match again? Oh no, there it says World Heavyweight Championship. You see? Right at the top? Match 5? Okay. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Well, actually... Okay, yeah. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It will be Kurt Angle versus Mark Henry. Kurt Angle, very dominant over the past few weeks on SmackDown. Of course, Kurt Angle rededicated himself, telling everyone that if this really is the final year that you will see Kurt Angle compete, which he said, he did not say if it is or not yet. Whoa, wow, look at that lariat by Kurt. So impressive there from Kurt Angle. But he said that he will rededicate himself. He got himself a brand new nutritionist. He got himself a brand new coach. He got himself a brand new strength and conditioning coach. The man has spent millions of dollars on getting the best people around him so that he can get back to that top shape form, being that gold medalist and that incredible performer in the ring that we have gotten used to see. And over the past few weeks, that's exactly what we've seen on SmackDown. I mean, he suffered one loss to Lord Tensai, and after that, that's what reignited that fire in Kurt Angle. And over the past few weeks, he has got 2 wins over the World Heavyweight Champion, and he scored a win over Lord Tensai as well. Kurt Angle absolutely demolishing the competition on SmackDown, and that is how he earned himself this World Heavyweight Championship match one-on-one with Mark Henry. And if he can keep up this momentum that he has just got going here early on, I mean, look at this. He is really bringing it to the World Heavyweight Champion. Mark Henry, of course, suffers serious ankle. I don't remember exactly what they titled it, but from what I remember, something along the lines of an ankle ligament stretch or something like that. Basically, from that match that he had with Kurt this past Friday, when Kurt had him in that ankle lock, basically some of the ligaments in the Mark Henry's ankle got stretched out. So it's not a serious injury in terms of having to take a lot of time off and recuperate. Ideally, of course, he wouldn't want to be competing 2 days later, but as the World Heavyweight Champion, you got to do these types of things. You got to step up, and Mark Henry knows this at this point. He knows what he has got to do. My goodness, look at that. Kurt Angle, by mistake there, striking the referee, it seems like. Mark Henry, very smart, almost got a victory there by disqualification against Kurt, but look at that now. Speaking of smart, Kurt Angle with a big knee right to the face of Mark Henry as he was trying to go for what seemed like a shoulder tackle to the stomach. Kurt Angle with a big clothesline and follows it up with a quick pin. Pin. I don't know why I said it like that. Alrighty now, Kurt Angle again showing that technical wrestling ability, but Mark showing brute force. Of course, that is what is making this match so intriguing, ladies and gentlemen. We are seeing almost 2 total opposites. You've got one man who's an absolute power machine. I mean, the world's strongest man, that is not a joke. That is not a gimmick. He really is considered to be the world's strongest man, or was at some point. And of course, Kurt Angle, an Olympic gold medalist. You can't get a much more interesting matchup than this. 2 men going at it for the brightest prize in the land on SmackDown, of course, and that is the World Heavyweight Championship. My goodness, Mark Henry with a great little reversal there. But again, I am very intrigued to see how will that ankle, how will that ligament play into this match, I should say. Will it play a factor at all, or will it not? It seems though that so far Mark has been able to fare relatively well against Kurt. Look at that! Nice little belly-to-belly suplex from the World Heavyweight Champion. And of course, the intriguing thing is that, ladies and gentlemen, the odd makers have said that going into this match, the odds-on favorite is Kurt Angle. He is supposed to win, and that is exactly the kind of moves why. With that big DDT, Kurt, and another quick pin. Kurt Angle showing a lot of experience, going for quick pins as soon as he feels like he has done enough to damage Mark Henry. He goes for a quick pin and cover. Just very, very smart competitor Kurt Angle is. And look at this now. God, we've seen that before on SmackDown, but every time I see this, I am so gosh darn impressed. That is over 320 pounds getting flown up into the air by Kurt Angle. And Kurt now. What's he going for? Uh-oh. Kurt Angle now. Looks like he might have been going for that angle slam, but unfortunately unable to get... It seemed like Mark Henry was still too much into it, or maybe too much out of it, that Kurt couldn't get a good grip on that maneuver, it seemed like. But look at this now. Double X handles. Oh, God. And Kurt Angle trying to fight it, but it's just not going to work for him. Oh, God. Look at these shots. Oh, my goodness. I'm sitting right here, and I can hear just the knuckles off the skull, bouncing off the skull of Kurt Angle. My goodness, what a match. What a match. The World Heavyweight Champion Mark Henry will not be giving up anytime soon. Kurt definitely knows that. I think the matches that these two have had over the past few weeks on SmackDown just prove how much both of these men value being the World Heavyweight Champion. And of course, Kurt Angle involved in that very odd controversy with CM Punk when he and CM Punk teamed up on Raw a couple weeks back against the team of The Rock and Dolph Ziggler. And of course, Kurt sucker punches CM Punk and just walks out on him. We still don't know what that was about. I have tried to get a word from Kurt Angle over the past few weeks. I've seen him backstage today, and as we were conversing about different things, when the topic came to CM Punk, Kurt simply walked away. I'm not sure what it is that is going on between him and Punk. Is there some sort of heat or something? I'm not sure. But that being said, look at that. Kurt Angle with the big drop toe hold. I cannot wait to find out if he will let us know at any point in time why exactly he did what he did that Monday Night Raw. But right now, I'm more intrigued to see how this thing unfolds. A quick cover here. He can't get even a 2 out of the World Heavyweight Champion. Of course, Mark Henry winning that World Heavyweight title in that absolutely hellacious triple threat match last month at Over the Limit, when he competed against both Randy Orton and Sheamus in one night. Of course, both of those men still out of competition. They decided to both of them take some time off. Of course, something that we actually promote here on WWE 13 Universe Mode on the Blitzwing channel, because we believe that athletes need to recuperate every now and then. And of course, both Orton and Sheamus feel that loss that they suffered last month was something that was that deserved them to take some time off to reassess their abilities, to reassess what they did wrong, and come back better, stronger, faster, and much more impressive. But now look at that. Speaking of impressive, a big clothesline that nearly takes the head off Kurt Angle here. Kurt Angle kicks out at 2, and as you can see, I mean, that exactly shows you what I was talking about, that no matter what... Oh God, look at this. Look at this showcase of strength, that no matter what, Kurt Angle is always in trouble against Mark Henry. I mean, you cannot think that you are safe against the world's strongest man. I mean, this guy is the champion for a reason. My goodness, he gets a 3 count off of that? What happened, ladies and gentlemen? What just happened there? And that shows you how much I suck at kicking out of pins. So all of you who are like always telling me, hey, it's not fair that you play as the characters. You see, sometimes I forget to kick out. But don't worry, I'll come up with a storyline reason for why this happened. Ladies and gentlemen, there he is, Mark Henry, celebrating his victory in what was a very spontaneous victory, something that we still don't know what exactly happened in the match. I'm hearing some reports in my headset here that apparently Kurt Angle might have suffered a serious injury during the match. I'm not sure. I think the injury might be caused simply because when you've got the world's strongest man lifting you up in the air and then dropping you on your face, I think that will cause some injuries for certain. But my goodness, I mean, Mark Henry, what a victory out of nowhere. I mean, I'm not sure what is going on with Kurt Angle. I'm hearing some reports that apparently Kurt Angle he got knocked out. But now, ladies and gentlemen, let's go off that negative note there into something that will be absolutely spectacular, or at least that is what I'm predicting it to be. Of course, next month's pay-per-view is Money in the Bank, and we have got a spectacular preview for you guys in not a preview, but something that will be monumental towards that match. we have got, ladies and gentlemen, we have got a fatal 4-way match, 2 competitors from SmackDown, 2 competitors from Raw. A returning Chris Jericho here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. The fans went absolutely bananas. But we will see these 4 men go at it in a battle royal contest to determine who will be one of the men competing in that highly desired Money in the Bank match. So whoever wins this match has got himself for certain a position in the Money in the Bank match. What a match this will be, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. And of course, guys, this is the first time that I'm going to be just live commentating and just letting the match roll, however it may be. So here we go. Oh, it looks like the crowd is already chanting for Daniel Bryan. Look at this, though. Daniel Bryan might be chanting no, no, no very quickly as Alberto Del Rio quickly going after Bryan. Interestingly enough, as you can see, the 2 SmackDown competitors are going at it, and the 2 Raw competitors are going at it. Chris Jericho returning here tonight. A big surprise. Oh, God, I thought he had Daniel there. Daniel in a ton of trouble, but just barely able to hold on to the bottom rope. Slides back in, and now Del Rio, look at that big right hand. Chris Jericho at the same time with a big right hand to the back of the big monster Kane. A very, very, very even competitors in this match. 4 very even competitors, and of course, getting yourself that first spot into the Money in the Bank. Wow! Down goes Daniel. My goodness. Daniel Bryan might have slipped up off the apron, but Alberto Del Rio, the Mexican aristocrat, delivers right here early on. And look at this. It looks like Jericho and Del Rio might be teaming up here to take out Kane. Look at this now. I think the 2 men realize that, hey, you take out the big man, it makes one of our victories easier. So they're really focusing on Kane here, both of them here. And look at this now. Both of them are going for Kane, just as I said. Can they eliminate Kane? Kane, though, look at that. And that is why Kane has been here for such a long time. And that is why he has been so impressive. And look at this now. Kane, what's he going for? Oh, God, look at that. My goodness. That was an absolutely vicious neck breaker. Right onto the knee. That's what I should have said. Jericho now, it seems like that partnership with Del Rio is all over. With a big suplex. Down goes Del Rio. Of course, this means also that there's only 1 SmackDown competitor left in this match. The other 2 competitors are both men from Raw, so it will be definitely intriguing to see what kind of presence and what kind of ratio SmackDown to Raw competitors we will see in the final Money in the Bank match next month at Money in the Bank. But of course, ladies and gentlemen, as I was saying before, earning yourself a spot in that match is a highly desirable position to be in. You win that match. I mean, getting a spot in that match is one step closer towards being able to win that match and then getting that contract that has only been unsuccessful once when John Cena cashed it in. But other than that, I mean, the Money in the Bank contract is almost a bulletproof way to get yourself a championship in the WWE. Of course, all of the men in this match are former world champions. So for them, it's a kind of not an unknown territory, but at the same time, getting yourself back into having that golden ticket, having that ability to cash in on the champion at any point in time. I mean, like even here tonight, after that highly competitive match between Henry and Kurt, one of these men, if they were to be the Money in the Bank holder at this point, they could have come out, cashed it in, and most likely could have been able to overcome the World Heavyweight Champion Mark Henry to earn themselves a World Heavyweight title. And it's an absolutely astonishing tool to have in your toolbox, an absolutely tremendous tool to have for anyone. And I'm sure that is why these 3 here are going at it like crazy. Of course, Daniel Bryan, if you're just tuning in right now, got eliminated already from this Fatal 4 Battle Royal that was announced right here in the morning by Blitzwing the General Manager. Down goes Del Rio. Down goes Del Rio. And look at that. Jericho, I don't think he realized that Kane's right behind him. I don't think he realized that. And now he does. And look at this now. It looks like these 2 have realized that it is down to these 2. We've seen these 2 go to war many a times, both in the Attitude Era, since then, and I'm sure that after this, we'll see them go to war at some point down the line. Of course, Chris Jericho making a very surprising return here tonight, and it would be a wonderful return here for him to be able to not only return here tonight, but on top of that, get himself a spot in that Money in the Bank match next month on the pay-per-view of the same name, of course, Money in the Bank. But look at this now. Oh, God! Jericho with a big clothesline to the Big Red Machine. And there you have it. Chris Jericho, just as I just said, Chris Jericho has just become the first man to enter into that Money in the Bank match. And at this point, I have to say, he must be the favorite to win it. I don't know even who's in it yet. But at this point, I mean, Jericho making an impressive return. It seems like this time off that he took was very, very beneficial to him. And as I said before, remember, ladies and gentlemen, when these guys take some time off, they come back better, they come back sharper. And that is exactly what Chris Jericho has done here tonight. He just came back, and look at that. He's earned himself a spot in the Money in the Bank match next month. I cannot wait to see that match, and I cannot wait to see if Chris Jericho can keep this momentum going. Now, of course, ladies and gentlemen, there's only one more match left, and it will be the WWE Championship being put on the line. But ladies and gentlemen, you voted, you made your voice heard, and it will be... What the frack? I said TLC match. Ah, come on. This is supposed to be a TLC match, not a one-on-one match. I don't know why it keeps doing that to me. For some reason, you guys voted and you decided on a TLC match between these two. And the most intriguing thing for this is, ladies and gentlemen, this will be just basically a CPU versus CPU match, meaning I'm not going to be involved. So we will find out who the WWE champion is together. Of course, we know that Punk is going to be involved in this match, and so is The Rock. We've got those two going at it. Let's go ahead and give Punk the heart attire. That would be kind of cool. We'll see these two compete right now, and it should be a heck of a match. I'm going to set the settings to epic. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It's time to get this sucker started. TLC match for the WWE Championship. This is the one that you've all put your money down for. Theoretically, you didn't really pay anything. This is for free. Over an hour of content. Probably with one ad at the beginning or something like that. But still, come on, people. You're getting over an hour of content. I never get that when people complain about those kinds of things. Oh, God. Why am I... Oh, no. Come on. I didn't want to be The Rock. Why did that happen, ladies and gentlemen? Can I change my... Okay, what if I do that? Haha. Wahee. I guess it's because I picked my controller to be The Rock. It's just odd that you don't get to choose, you know what I mean? Like who you want to play as. It's kind of weird. Customized freely once again. Sorry about that a little bit of a mishap, but that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we can kind of relax right now. It's a good time to let my voice rest. Because honestly, talking this much is absolutely brutal, especially because you got to remember that I don't only do these. I've been recording for the last 4.5 hours before this, doing other games, so it's quite brutal doing this much commentary. But here we go. We've got The Rock. We've got Punk. Give him his heart attire once again. I'm going to put the setting on epic. And it is time, ladies and gentlemen, to find out who will be either remain the champion or who will be the new champion right here tonight as The Rock puts his WWE title on the line versus CM Punk. You guys made your voice heard. There was almost as many votes for a special guest referee match. Alrighty, well, it is time. This is the one that we have all been waiting for. It is time to find out. Will the current WWE champion remain champion, or will it be Punk, who was the former champ, regaining his glory early on? As you can see, the Brahma Bull able to take good momentum and keep it going. Well, he loses it quickly here as Punk able to showcase that incredible ability to counter wrestle. Of course, The Rock losing a lot of his audience, losing a lot of the momentum with the fans that he has had over the past few years after what he claimed to be the fact that the fans stopped believing in him. The fans started going on the internet and writing that he's trying to take time from other performers. And he felt that that was unjust. He said that when he then rededicated himself, the fans still did not want to go fully with him, and that is why it took him so long to get to the WWE title. And then at that point, he says he realized that all he needs to get to become a champion is himself. He doesn't need the support of the fans. And that's why The Rock feels that he's been betrayed by the audience. And that's why he feels like he's going to be his own man, and he doesn't simply care about what the audience thinks anymore. The voice of the voiceless, CM Punk, suffered a very similar epiphany to where he feels he needs that WWE title in terms of just for his existence. I mean, Punk is just obsessed with becoming a champion, and that is why he's worked so difficultly and so diligently towards becoming #1 contender again. I mean, he had to go through Triple H in a very competitive match, and after doing that, he has now become #1 contender, and now look at this tonight. The voice of the voiceless Punk gets to go one-on-one with the Brahma Bull again, a rematch from last month's Over the Limit. I am very intrigued to see how this one will go. Will we see a new champion, or will The Rock be able to hold on to the most lucrative prize in the land? Of course, the WWE title. A big DDT, a couple more of those, and I'm sure that the Brahma Bull will be walking out of here WWE champion. Of course, the other intriguing factor in this match is the fact that you, the audience, voted on what type of match it will be, and you made your voice heard, and you made it a TLC match. An absolutely brutal match so far. As you can see, we haven't seen those tools come into play, the tables, the ladders, or the chairs. But of course, at some point, we know that the ladders will have to come into play no matter what. Because if one of these men wants to be walking out champion here tonight, they will need to bring those ladders to the ring, set them up high, scale that ladder, and grab that WWE title. Of course, CM Punk paying a very interesting homage here tonight to Bret the Hitman Hart, wearing his colors here tonight. Very interesting choice of attire by the voice of the voiceless, the Second City Saint, CM Punk himself. And now Punk, of course, showcasing his ability. It's very intriguing in terms of a stylistic matchup as well. These two, of course, have quite a history going back to the Royal Rumble a couple of years back when The Rock defeated CM Punk in the WWE. But now, here in the present, oh, look at that. Look at that. Nice technical wrestling by Punk. But I find the entire matchup over even intriguing just due to the fact that, I mean, The Rock, look at the size difference. You can see The Rock really does have the strength advantage and just an absolute animal in there in terms of power. But then you've got Punk, who's a much more smaller opponent, but at the same time, just his ability in terms of being technical and being able to be creative in that ring, very, very impressive. And then the other fact is, of course, speed. Speed, oftentimes, Punk said, will make the difference. The Rock begged to differ, saying speed kills. And that's what he said, especially when you run into a Brahma Bull full speed ahead. And he said that The Rock said that it will be him walking out champion once again, 2 pay-per-views in a row. I'm not sure what will happen. So far, it's been a pretty even competitive match between these two. I'm very surprised by the fact that these two have not gone to the outside to get any weapons involved so far, but at the same time, it's kept us to see a very technical match like that lariat right there by CM Punk to the head of the WWE Champion, The Rock. But look at this now, Punk. Oh, look at that nice counter. Punk counters a big clothesline reversal from The Rock into a nice neck breaker. Very impressive here by CM Punk. Overall, I'm intrigued to see how this match unfolds for sure, as all of you are, so that we can determine who is the ruler of the land. Who will rule Monday Night Raw? Will it be Punk back on top on his throne, or will it be The Rock staying on top of his throne? What will happen? That being said, as I said before, Punk, as impressive as he is technically and everything, the one thing that a lot of people have quoted CM Punk and really pointed towards an issue and an area where CM Punk has issue and an area where CM Punk needs to get better at, and that is not really confidence, but really being able to step up to the big game, step up to the plate when you need to. Because CM Punk has been in many times in big match situations, but unfortunately he's not been able to rise up and defeat that challenge. Of course, CM Punk has had several countless victories over John Cena, The Big Show, many superstars that are, of course, huge accomplishments, but CM Punk has never had that one victory that can really defy his career to say that is the one match that Punk really kind of cemented his legacy in. A lot of people quoting the Chris Jericho match a couple of years back at WrestleMania. Some people beg to differ. I think that if CM Punk can defeat The Rock here tonight and become the WWE Champion once again, this will be one of the matches that will really become kind of a big stepping stone towards CM Punk being considered not just an all-time great, but to be considered right up there with the upper echelon of talents, you know, with the names like Rock, Stone Cold, Ric Flair, Hulk Hogan. I mean, you really will start to hear CM Punk's name in that list because, of course, CM Punk, a very prominent star in the present era of wrestling, but a lot of people are arguing that he would not have fared so well in the other eras of wrestling, such as the Attitude Era and such. But of course, Punk begs to differ, and he says that he would fare just fine. But of course, we can't find out that unless if we got a time machine. But let's get back into the match, and we've got Punk here going for what might be a very, very high-risk move. I'm not sure if this will pay off, but look at this now. Punk with a big suplex. My goodness. CM Punk is starting to roll. The voice of the voice that, oh my God. And there's that much more dirtier side of The Rock, who he said he's going to do anything and everything it takes to keep that belt around his waist. Punk said the only problem is that I'm going to do the exact same thing. And he delivers a big German suplex to the WWE Champion. CM Punk now picking up The Rock. Dwayne The Rock Johnson in a ton of trouble here, as CM Punk is starting to roll on with momentum. Now, I think CM Punk needs to just not forget that this match will require a ladder to get to that victory. And I think that both of these men need to remember that. Oh, look at that now. Punk showing some strength here early on. But look at that. Nice reversal there from The Rock. Rock, of course, has this wrestling blood running through his veins. And of course, as a result of that, just has an incredible ring presence in that ring. But what I was saying about CM Punk, except for not only stepping up to the plate, when you're in there with The Rock, yes, he's got the power advantage here. But mentally, The Rock, a lot of people break under the thought of wrestling a star as big as The Rock. And I think that CM Punk has shown us all last month and then this month now again that he can keep up with the mental challenge of challenging and wrestling Dwayne The Rock Johnson, simply because you're not just wrestling any big star. You're wrestling one of arguably either the biggest or the second biggest star in professional wrestling of all time. I mean, The Rock is just up there. Of course, an incredible amount of money that The Rock has made for the WWE. And look at that now. Just when both men weren't using any weapons, it seems like now it looks like Punk was going to bring in a ladder as well, but then he realized that The Rock is already setting up his. So he decides to slide in the ring, make sure that there ain't no chance that Rock can scale that ladder and get that WWE title. The Rock, though, counters with a big back body drop, and the challenger is in a bit of trouble as the WWE Champion makes his way to the top. My God, Punk is in a ton of trouble here. I don't think Punk is realizing that The Rock, good on Punk there, able to pull the WWE Champion off that ladder. But Rocky was very close to winning that match, ladies and gentlemen. The Rock, Dwayne The Rock Johnson, very close there. He almost was victorious. But now look at this. The challenger now heading to the top of the ladder. And now it's the challenger who's pulling in the WWE Championship. Rocky, though, with a big shot to the kidneys. And another one. And down goes Punk. Down goes Punk after a couple of shots right to the kidneys from the Brahma Bull. Oh, my God. Oh, my goodness. Oh, God, look at that. It seems like Punk's hand, and I mean, to me, from my perspective here in the announce table, it seemed like his head, the back of his head, bouncing off that ladder. My goodness, just the thud that we heard. I mean, oh God, you cannot. Oh God, my goodness, I can't even say that. Like, you can't even fake that. That is incredibly brutal. Just the way that The Rock is able to pick and choose his shots. What the heck just happened, ladies and gentlemen? The lights just went out. That was almost like the Shield was going to get involved again. Just like in their match a couple years back. My goodness. What a turn of events. The lights went out. The lights come back on. And it seems like Punk might have got knocked out. I'm not sure what is going on. A lot of controversy. That's for sure. And now look at this. Rocky sending CM Punk back into the ring with a big elbow. And there's that championship. You can see the shadow of the title, and now you can see it in the shot as well. There's that title. That is what both of these men are beating the holy hell out of each other for. They both want to be known as the best in the world, no matter what. Even though CM Punk puts that on his t-shirt, whoever is holding that title really can call themselves, by my standards, the best in the world. My God, look at this now. Punk with the Anaconda Vice. He's got the Anaconda Vice on the WWE Champion. And again, I think Punk forgot. This is a TLC match. The voice of the voiceless. Uh-oh. But look at this now. Rocky fighting out of it. Rocky fighting out of it, even though, I mean, it doesn't matter. Rock can tap all he wants, and Punk can submit him all he wants, but it ain't gonna make a difference in terms of being the champion or not. Of course, it is a great way to damage your opponent, because if Punk can damage the arms of The Rock, of course he could take away that rock bottom that is the most dangerous weapon in The Rock's toolbox. And of course that would allow Punk, oh god, look at that nice kick right to the back of the Brahma Bull, the WWE champion, The Rock. And now look at this now, Punk back at the top. Punk back at the top. Rocky, what are you doing? Rocky doesn't do shit, slacking, crack-a-lacking about it. And CM Punk is victorious. We've got a brand new WWE champion, CM Punk. You can see some of the highlights here. Of course, the lights went out. We don't know what the hell happened when the lights went out. They were out for just a brief second, a brief moment there. But something happened. Punk able to really take advantage and cause a lot of damage during that lock, during that Anaconda Vice lock. My goodness, what a match. I am absolutely bedazzled by the actions, or the lack of action, from The Rock there at the end. I'm not sure, maybe he was still completely just out of it from that Anaconda Vice. Maybe that's what it was. But Punk paying an homage to Bret Hart. Of course, Bret Hart's quote was, "The best there is, the best there was, the best there ever will be." Punk's making a good run at that quote, and a good claim at being the best in the world. The best in the world for sure right now. But with this victory, CM Punk can very well say that he is the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. Let me know in the comment section below what you think. But there he is, your brand new WWE champion. Of course, guys, you have to voice your opinion on a couple of subjects. A, let us know what you thought of the pay-per-view. Did you enjoy it? Did you not enjoy it? What did you find enjoyable? B, do you enjoy the simulated matches or not? This was a simulated match, of course. I did not participate in this match in any way, shape, or form except for commentating over it. Do you find that more interesting? Do you not find that more interesting? Let me know in the comment section below. And then on top of that, I've been informed in my headset, 2 weeks from today, not this upcoming Monday Night Raw, but the Raw after that, you guys will get to decide what type of match will it be. Ryback versus Ziggler. In what type of match will we see those two go at it for the Intercontinental Championship? Let us know in the comment section below, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe, share the videos, favorite the videos. Those are the best ways to show support for the Universe Mode right here on the Blitzwinger channel. There is your new WWE Champion in what was a hell of a pay-per-view. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the WWE Universe team on the Blitzwinger channel, I'll see you later. Peace out. Thanks for watching.